18 years old, 2 children, and a boyfriend. Their baby daddy is in prison. You would think that sounds like a made-up scenario, almost like in a movie or a TV show, but what if I told you that it's actually reality for this one girl over here? Anyways, enough talking. I think you're just intrigued as I am, so let's just get right into it.
When I had my first kid, I was 15. And when me and Kaliston had our son, I was 16 and he was 19. They'll say you ruined your life, you ruined your body, kids shouldn't be having kids, which is not true because we're obviously not kids if we can have kids. In the older generation, they act like they raised us so good, but really they didn't. Like, we shouldn't be having kids. Like, y'all shouldn't have been having kids.
Okay, we got a few interesting statements. Honestly, you're a kid right now. I know you're a mom now. You can't afford to think like a kid. You can't afford to be like a kid anymore, but it doesn't negate the fact that you still are, honestly.
I go to work, I make my money, and I provide them with everything they need to live. I strive for them to have a better childhood than I had. I'm 18 and Kaliston is 21. When he was home, everything was, great, but without him, it's more difficult. When they sentenced him, I cried because I knew that we were only in the beginning and had a long way to go. They sentenced him to 3 years.
Damn.
A year and a half ago.
3 years in state prison.
I never imagined myself being with someone who was in prison, but I did have a feeling like it could have happened because I've always been attracted to the mean ones.
Look where that got you, sweetheart. Oh, y'all want a bad boy? Y'all want a bad boy? I bet. Hold it down. When they locked up 18 years old and 2 kids. Someone clearly was absent on that day of health class. You might have missed a whole week of school where everyone was probably talking about, oh my god, look, they put pictures of blah blah blah. You must have been absent that whole week because that's what everyone would have been talking about, right? So maybe you showed up next week, then you were all talking about how like a test was so hard and blah blah blah, whatever little kids talk about. And that's fine because I was absent on the day we learned percentages and fractions, so like I always struggle with that. I still can't do that till this day at my grown ass age. You missed a talk or two. It was nothing major, just about like safety and not having kids, but there's nothing major you missed. It really wasn't a thing you really had to be there for. It wasn't that big of a deal. So
how I met Kaliston was I was dating a guy he was friends with at the time, and my ex-boyfriend, I had caught him like cheating on me, and then basically to get back at him, I got with his best friend.
Oh, you won. You won. They might have taken game 1. You took the series away. As a matter of fact, you ran the series back and you won it again. Boyfriend cheated on you, so you took his best friend, but that just wasn't it though. You had 2 kids with that dude. You won that little back and forth, but I don't know if you really won. Like I said before, we probably did miss a health class or 2. You got your lick back though.
He's mainly worried about me finding someone else while he's in prison, and I tell him every day, like, that's not going to happen. It didn't.
That's the thing. That will really test how much you actually like a person. A lot of women out there, especially my age, if your man got locked up for a few years, would you hold it down? The answer is hell no. Only reason they might hold it down is if there's a kid involved, but even that, they probably won't stay with you. So if you really want to test a girl's loyalty or even your man's loyalty, get locked up for a little bit. Don't be going through the phone. Don't be acting through a fake profile. No. Is you gonna hold it down for? Now I'm locked up and I'm getting my shit rocked every day, and I got this dude breathing down my neck talking about, I want to see you in the shower. Are you gonna hold it down for me?
My brother Dallas and Anna are coming over today, and I'm interested to hear what they have to say about my relationship. I'm pretty positive they're going to have nothing but kindness to say about him.
That's big bro. He ain't gonna hold back.
I know, while he's been in there, like a lot of people tell him like infidelity is like a big issue with a lot of the inmates that they deal with in like their relationships, and like how have y'all kind of like dealt with that like fear that something could happen?
I tell him, you've just got to have faith in me, like you've just got to like trust me so that when you get out, like you can see see how everything is, and you can be aware that I did not cross a line.
I'm not gonna lie, I'd be just like him. I'd be shitting bricks. I'd be like, oh my god, someone is blowing my girl's back out right now. You don't understand the things I'd be thinking in my head. I'd just be eating, enjoying myself. I'd be having pizza, whatever it is, and I'm just like, oh my god, someone's blowing my ex's back out right now. Fuck. I'm like, damn. But this pizza's fire though. But I'm like, damn. If I was locked up, my girl out there free, be like, oh my god. Train after train after train. I'm talking Bonnie Blue. I'm talking all of that. Oh, it's just done. Tag teaming my girl right now. Oh my god. I'd be having the worst thoughts possible.
So like, one thing I'm curious about is with you doing all of this for him, how are you not going to be resentful because you have given and given and given and forgiven?
I did all of this because I loved him, not because I wanted to hang it over his head. And it's like, even if things did go south, like, I'm never going to be able to change him. So there's no point in being resentful because it's not going to get
Shout out to her. Good answer.
You think it also helps too, like, y'all are together, he's the father of your child, like, you want to see him do good.
Yeah, like, even if we weren't on good terms or whatever, I'm doing all of this for my family. I want him to be in my family. Like, I want it to be us.
Damn, mad mature, bro. I mean, I'm forgetting that she has 2 kids, so yeah, you gotta be dumb mature. Even if you don't want to, you're forced to be mature. But good answers. I was not expecting that, I'll be honest. Things happen. What are you gonna do? Can't change the past. It happened, it happened. I wish nothing but the best for them. I don't want any broken families, no one getting hurt emotionally, physically, whatever. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. This video is going up on a Thursday, so I will talk to you guys all the way back on Friday, and